What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. We're going to go over the day-to-day, the week-to-week, just the more like short-term price targets for Bitcoin, what the expectations are in this video. If you'd like to hit that like button and subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. It always is. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today, guys. I mean, not just today, but my whole life. Not even my whole life, man. It's just been like the past, like really since COVID. I don't know if it's because of COVID, but I know it started happening around that time, but I gotta clear my throat here and there, so don't mind me when I'm doing that. It's not a nervous tick, I swear. My nervous tick is with my feet, so you can't even see it. No, I don't think I have a nervous tick. I would have to get nervous in order to figure that out. Anyways, let's talk about Bitcoin. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Let's get it, you guys. So relative high to low of this range, I'm quite convinced that's the low. Right, there is potential for this to be a bull trap, but you guys we tore through the 618. We hit the 886 as resistance. We literally went all the way up to that 886, man, the deep retracement. We're pulling back now. We're below the 786. I think it does stand to reason that we could go to the 69 or maybe even the 68. We could pull back down to about, what is that, 68K to 66.7K. I don't think we're going to go lower than that, though. I really don't. And I want to look at the shorter term time frames to kind of get a look at it. Let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour does look a little bit bearish. It would imply that we're looking like we want to go down relatively soon. Hanging out below the 50, not getting above the 50 at all. I mean, maintaining above the 50, I should say. I mean, we could turn bullish at any point, but I doubt we do. Let's just look real quick. Yeah, I think we're going lower for Bitcoin relatively soon, like today, tomorrow. I think it does go a little bit lower. And where that low would come in, where it would make sense to me, I mean, from this fib, 68K does look good, but 65.66K is even on the table, which, pardon me, which would actually be back below your 618. So I don't know if we actually see that personally. I do like that we're showing respect on this right here, that on this fib. I mean, we literally tipped the 0.5, tipped the 236, broke above the 0.5, found it as support, tipped it here, broke above your 618. Didn't really respect it, but we did find resistance right on the 886. I don't think that we're going to go below 66.7K, but I think that we could go to like 68 or 67K. It's not common. The reason why I deleted this fib is because it's not common to find support on the 236, but we might do it this time. We actually might just hit the 236 and then that's it. The 4 hour RSI looks very bullish. I just skipped right over the 4 hour and went to the daily. The 4 hour does look very bullish, but you could go lower and still be bullish, right? You could, this 4 hour or over the coming like 3 or 4 candles, just move your way down here and then move up and you still would look fine, right? You've gone below the 50 before and still been fine. So if you go below it now, I think you'll be okay. The weekly looks great. I love the weekly, man. It looks, you got these higher lows coming in. You've got a nice solid trend up. You have a lower low right here, relatively speaking, lower low with the RSI, yet you have a dramatically higher low in the price. There's your low, there's your higher low. That's what they call a hidden bullish divergence. That generally marks continuation. Continuation means this, right? You've got a low here, you've got a high here. You've got a higher high here, you've got a higher low here. If this is the hidden bullish divergence right here from these lows, marking continuation, continuation would mean that you're looking for your next higher high. So if we take that into consideration, we can draw this high to low here and assume that our next higher high could potentially be anywhere from about 79.4K, if I can draw it right there, about there, to 87.1K, something like that, right? And absolutely, these lines above do exist for a reason. So I mean, we could see any and all of those targets, but this is kind of the expected range. I'm going to delete that now so there's less noise. And I mean, based off of Bitcoin's path up, it wouldn't be crazy actually to go significantly higher than that, right? Smaller fib ranges, I just want to say too, which this, based off the whole scale that we're looking at here, this is definitely a smaller fib range. They are more likely to see deeper extensions being hit. So actually, I might throw a line on that 2272, but that's at about $100,000, just so you know. $100,000. Now what I want to do is I want to take this cycle high to cycle low here, and show you that the 1272 lines up with this relative fib ranges 2272. I'll even draw it back on there again. High to low, boom, they literally overlap each other. That's beautiful. Just showing congruence there, right? Just showing, I think that's the right word, I don't know. Showing the similarities, the conference, I don't know what word to use. Maybe all those words work, but if we can break above this high, at a minimum, I would think we go to 80K, but realistically, I think 100K is absolutely possible, and beyond 100K would be possible in the very near term. This is the weekly term, or the weekly time frame, daily time frame. I would think that over the months to come, we could see 100K being achieved this year. I have been saying for weeks now, since probably about a month, since a little bit before the halving, that we would have a drop after the halving or going into the halving, and then once we find our low, whenever that is. I did say for a while that I thought the low would come in the middle of May. It actually came in the very beginning of May, but I did say it would happen in May, but it happened in the very beginning of May. I do think that's low. I don't think we're going to go lower. But I've been saying that I wouldn't expect that we break the high, which is right now at $73,800, until August or at the earliest July. I've changed my stance on that, and I've said this on my last 3 videos for Bitcoin. I'm just going over it to be clear for anybody that's watched my channel, but maybe you missed those videos. I have changed my stance on that. I don't think that we're breaking above all-time highs today or tomorrow or even this week, but I do think that instead of July at the earliest, and potentially I was thinking August was the realistic target, I'm thinking now it could be June at the earliest that we break this all-time high. It could be the very end of this month, but I think early June, sometime by the end of June, we would break the all-time high. By July, by the end of July, we could be at 100K. We are at the end of May right now. The end of July, that is 2 months away. We could genuinely be at 100K. That's what all this means. So yes, in the more immediate terms, I do think we're going down, but things are looking really, really good right now, you guys. That's some nice volume coming in. Volume's growing as you're building. I like to see that. It's not the craziest volume, right? You've got a little bit less volume than what we saw over here, but you're still in this consolidation phase, so I think it's okay. Generally speaking, volume does decrease as you're getting near the end of your consolidation, right? So when you break out of it, when we break out, we should see that volume come in. I don't think that we're going to break out to the downside. I do think we're going to break out to the upside. But again, we're at $69,374. Watch for prices to go to about 68K, 66.7K, somewhere around there. And then from there, we'll work our way up. We'll keep up with those daily updates. Yeah, and that's all I got for you guys. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.